Hey, you ever been jumped before? Yeah, nah, me neither. But I have been involved in a few attempted jumping.
Spoiler alert!
Not a single one ended up panning out how the jumpies desired.
No way, Lord Seventh.
It's hard for me to even comprehend the act of getting a bunch of people to beat up on one helpless person.
I love the young people.
But there are always those few rare instances when the helpless little man that is getting hunted down by 6 grown freaks clutches up and absolutely squad wipes, securing that upset and victory royale. So today, we're gonna relive that time I soloed the not-so-Sinister Six in my sleep. Alright, so boom. There I was, doing my usual sit on a high building, thinking deep and whatnot, looking cold as ever. Except I was literally cold as ever because I had this demon alien in the form of a hard-ass dark version of my suit on. So you know it was strictly business. I'm talking a record low in the equipage category, which we all know is like my best quality as a superhero. Forget the superhuman strength, the ultra instincts, and the ability to stick to damn near everything. The whole city knows who King Quip is. But you might as well uncrown me now because I'm about to prove how unworthy I am of that title. And maybe even the hero title as well, because I heard sirens and the first thing that popped into my mind wasn't lives are in danger, gotta lock in. Nah, I was just happy to have something to take my mind off my troubles. Yeah, trust me, I know. I was looking at it as my daily mindfulness meditation. So I pull up and I see they got hella cop cars and even a SWAT team, so I knew this was about to be a top tier sesh. I'm talking clear mind, light body, ultimate state of zen. All of a sudden, I hear and feel footsteps that seem to be a stampede of zoo animals that finally escaped after plotting for 10 years together. Come to find out, it's just my old pal Rhinoceros, or as Aunt May refers to him.
It's that awful rhinoceros person.
So off the rip, I obviously have to showcase just how disrespectful the new me is by pulling right up on him and cracking a joke about his weight. I knew no prison was wide enough to hold you. Forget what I said earlier. I'll hold my Quip crown until everyone's ready to cancel me. They can't get me for this one though, cause even he chuckled.
Wide enough. Yeah, funny.
Rhino, crazy, right? Nothing? Right, sorry. Then this is where Quip started to hit the fan.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, okay, I'll stop. My spidey senses tingle and I'm confused because I'm looking right at him. So I start questioning my spidey senses. Yo, is this a false alarm? Or have you finally lost your way? Do you not see him right in front of us? He's nearly impossible to miss. Tweaking like I don't have 5 other overpowered abilities and then boom! I get mollywopped into a sign in front of a crowd of people that must be blind because how did none of you see that? Even Toph and Daredevil would have reacted in some way. But I'm honestly not too mad that nobody saw me get embarrassed, so I'm gonna move on. And before he can even get his entry line off, I'm rubbing the sand out of my damn eye. Instantly, I knew who just joined the lobby.
Sorry, Spidey. Was I supposed to wait my turn?
Shut your Not a bad line for sure, boy. So obviously, I can't let that slide. I had to get my get back and thought to myself,
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Ah, you two were partners again?
Then they hit me with the
Us two.
ironically setting up the least shocking reveal yet.
Afraid you ain't getting off that easy, bug.
At this point, I'm like, okay, what the hell is this anyway? As I'm getting that thought off, I look up and see something flying above me. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nah, it's the human bald eagle. And I'm like, all right, bro, what in the not-so-fantastic four is taking place right now? I've clearly been set up, but these 4 stooges are definitely not bright enough to link up and devise a master plan alone. And before I can get that thought off the tip of my mind, ding, 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 you guessed it, a new foe has appeared. And this one is truly a shocker. Sir Circuit has joined the lobby. And at this point, I'm like, ah. And then I hear, then it hit me. I am cooked.
Any last words?
I'm cooked.
Comes to mind.
Just as my life begins to flash before my eyes, Aunt May and Karen from Bible study spawn out of nowhere to save the day. A truly touching and heartwarming moment, but y'all gotta get the
Ladies, you may want to step aside.
As much as I would love to have some backup right now, he's right. That is most likely your best option here. But I understand where I get my hard-headedness from, so I escort May and Deborah from her book club to the theater by force and let them know I'll be fine.
Don't worry about me, grannies. I'll be fine. I've fried far larger fish in my day.
Uh-oh.
See, just like I said, everything is under control.
I don't like to lie, but I'm straight capping, knowing damn well that meatloaf she made me last night may have been my last meal. See what I did there? May have been my last meal. Whatever. You know what? I don't need this. You guys are lame anyway. Octopus throws Shocks a perfect pitch, and he sends me soaring into another sign, and this guy catches a crazy stray to the eye. But this was nothing compared to the strays J. Cole has been catching in the diss track massacre he dropped out of. Like, seriously, free my boy Jermaine for real. He chose peace, and all he's been getting since is hate. On my way down from the sign, I land nose first on the car that gets blown to smithereens after I skedaddled away. Uncle Ben must have went over to God and been like, hold up, let him cook. It cuts to the chaos amongst the civilians in the theater, and Aunt May sadly drops to the floor due to a heart attack, but she should be fine. She's even tougher than me, and if the other Aunt Mays survived these...
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Finish it!
I think you played the wrong... Yeah, yep, thank you!
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Only 6, huh? What happened? Lizard and Goblin had Nick's tickets?
I probably shouldn't be giving them any ideas, because if they throw Gobby and Gecko in the mix and evolve into the irate 8, black suit or not, it's over for me. I'm having a hard enough time dealing with the 6 pricks as it is. So I decide, alright, let me get some height so I can just pick these guys off one at a time. Hey Beaky, if you wanted to die first, all you had to do was ask. So I web onto him, jump on his back, and then I realize something. Maybe I'm not totally cooked. After all, I have beaten every single member of the Sissy Six one-on-one. Yeah, that's right. I know all their weaknesses. After shattering all 27 bones in my hand, Volchi shatters my dreams by basically saying we learned from our defeat. Those same moves ain't gonna fly this time around. And I'm like, damn. Who knew these guys could actually learn from their losses and adapt? Unlike Harry Osborn in Spider-Man 3.
I'm ruined. I have nothing left.
My boy got absolutely packed up the first time we fought. He got beat so bad he forgot his whole purpose. Killing Spider-Man and avenging his father. And when his memory of the whooping he received eventually returned, he tried me again. Like, bro, there's just no way you expected a different outcome for Fade number 2. Ock then uses his infinite crane machine arms to grab me off of the human bird from hundreds of feet in the air and throws yet another perfect pitch. My boy cannot get over his high school baseball glory days. Like, bro, you could have had a whole different life for real.
You're done.
This time the pitch is to Sandcastle and he's got the Sandbat on go, like he can't get over his high school sport glory days either. No wonder him and Ock get along so well, they be coping together. They basically got the bases loaded at this point. If I get hit by this one, it is curtains for me. Slugging me again, securing that grand slam for the Sissy Six. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm in no position to be saying that right now, because this beatdown is definitely sinister. Just look at me. They got me laid out on the concrete looking like Loki after he pressed the Hulk. Enough! Thankfully, I value living over my pride.
Excuse me, you value what over pride?
What? No, I said my pride.
Just answer the question.
I value life over...
Unbelievable. Last time I checked,
what is...
real Spidey, Spider-Man isn't homophobic.
Bro, huh? Guys, comment hashtag free me so we can put an end to this madness.
I hate to admit it, but I can't beat these guys together. Gotta bail.
See you, chump.
I swiftly and luckily escape, getting to see another day as a broke, girlfriendless, fatherless, Uncle Benless loser. Hip hip. Hooray! Angry and frustrated about the ass whooping I just received, all I could think about was getting my get back.
Oh man, I wish I could just wake up tomorrow with Doc and his merry morons back in jail.
Will my wish come true? Well, ask and you shall receive is what I believe. I don't know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I'm gonna throw my blanket and catch some Z's. Oh, and real quick, if you made it this far, subscribe and help your boy hit 100K. If you don't, well... Man, I don't know, you fake. While I'm napping and recharging to spin the block, it cuts back over to the merry morons, and they are... having dinner together? I'm just as confused as you are. Is this like a regroup team building exercise, or are they celebrating running me off? Because there's no way they think they beat me, right? Sure enough, Vulture proposes a toast to Spider-Man's ignominious defeat. Ignominious. Deserving shame or misgrace. Wow, okay, ouch. But shockingly, Sir Shocks-a-Lot is the one to speak facts by basically saying,
job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
And bro is 100% right. So they start slowly losing all the team chemistry points they've been building by talking about what they're arguing about. So they start slowly losing team chemistry points while arguing about what their next move should be. Which the team captain quickly shuts down by saying,
Arachnid will be crushed.
Sandy asks a valid question.
How?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm too evasive. I'm Shady McCoy in the snow. You can't catch me. I want all the ankles.
We simply engineer a situation that forces Spider-Man to play the hero. He'll come. He can't help himself.
And I'm like, no way. He sees right through me. He's right. I am most certainly gonna be there. It's in my nature. It's the Uncle Ben's legacy living through me. I'm a slave to my morals like Aaron's a slave to his freedom.
On your feet, Dad. You're not done yet.
So boom, my alarm goes off and the end is officially upon us. My arm reaches over the bed like I'm dehydrated reaching for a glass of water. But nah, I'm reaching for the evil within me. And the demon reaches back and takes that cold ass form around me again. Craziest part about this though, I never woke up. That is correct. I am sound asleep. My body and the symbiote are working in cahoots alone without my consent or conscious awareness. Now I know how Naruto felt every time the Ninetales took over and ran amok. You stupid. He can't complain because he saved his ass so many damn times we lost count. And neither can I. This alien goo is about to clutch this W for me too. Just like that, I spawn right where I need to be before my web gets cut from above by the mechanical bird. The symbiote must still be figuring out how to steer the vehicle without me because we don't attempt to shoot another web. Nah, we just fall right to the concrete. The sand? Wait, why is there Sandy already showing off how deep his bag is, and we gotta respect it. He's got more of a bag than most of our favorite protagonists. To start this fight, it's only right that I get walloped and ping-ponged around by every member of the group to show how serious the situation is. These minks are forcing me to use all of my chakra to keep my bones from breaking apart like Legos. I don't know how I'm gonna play any type of offense in these conditions, so I have no choice but to swallow whatever is left of my pride and wait for an opening. Octopops grabs me and slams me to the ground. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how much more of this my fragile back can take.
You okay? Oh, my back.
They all group up in front of me, making sure to secure that squad flick thumbnail for the YouTube vid. Octopus picks me up yet again and thoughtfully decides to let the member of the team I embarrassed the hardest deal the final blow. And I just know he is so happy about getting this free handout right now. Horny accuses me of being too scared to crack a last joke as he runs at me slower than I run in my dreams. Giving me so much time to react, I not only get a full joke off, but I also invent a new move in the process. Alright, listen. Why do rhinos have such bad credit?
They're constantly charging.
Getting 2 birds with 1 Uno reverse card. And then wasting no time, the brightest but the stupidest in the group shoots lightning at me like Azula after she lost her mind. Talking about some, I'll finish him! Commits one of the biggest crimes when working with a team. What the Friendly fire, sending me and the person carrying his team flying. Ock wisely redirects all of his frustration with his idiotic teammate at me, attempting to crush me with his tentacles.
I'm so gay.
Which of course I weaved with ease. I jump off the bridge, block another hit, and web onto him. Sandman spawns behind me out of nowhere and attempts a cheap shot, so I pull Aki down, making them collide. At this point, they're doing more damage on each other than me. Candlestick gets heated and says, "I'm gonna fry you for that." And that's ironic for multiple reasons. Number 1, before you go throwing the word freak around, look in the mirror. Number 2, you literally electrocuted him a minute ago. Pipe down, Sparkles. Yo, hold these. Thanks. Out of nowhere, a fresh knuckle sandwich. Shore Boy rushes toward me, and the bald eagle swoops in from the other side, serving me not a sandwich this time, but a counterattack on a silver platter. I web up and they collide, giving Flint flashbacks of the super collider that turned him into a human beach. As I'm chilling on the ceiling, Rhino somehow knows exactly where I am from the top and pulls a perfect cut of the cement I'm on up and sends me and the cement I'm sticking to soaring through the air, looking like Toby in Spider-Man 3. I web back to the bridge and catapult toward Rhino, slamming the cement into his horn, and I'm like, serves him right. And as I'm patting myself on the back, I look up and I see my guy took 0 damage. Like, bro, I know he has some crazy indestructible armor, but I didn't know he also had plot armor. The Bolt brothers throw more electricity at me and I easily dodge because that is literally their only attack. Like, at least Naruto has different variations of a Rasengan. Y'all gotta switch it up or it's over for you. I web up their only moves and drop them on their backside. Rhino squares up with me and I square right back, hitting the come at me, brother. And if bro has even a sliver of a brain cell, he would indeed not come at me. Of course, he gives in to his natural instincts and charges at me. I jump right over him and blind him for the second time this fight, and by now the Bolty boys should be getting up. And just as I thought, I look behind me and I see them charging up the same attacks in sync. They completely whiff and commit friendly fire again, absolutely frying Rhino. No way out of this. All they have to say for themselves after that is, "Oh man," taking no accountability whatsoever. But what comes next is even worse.
Keep shooting.
Are you dumb? These dudes are making me lose brain cells and I'm not even awake. So they start pushing me like 2 Fortnite noobs rushing Ninja in his prime while continuing to light up their already knocked teammate. At this point, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella, so I use my 2,500-pound squat max to my advantage and leg press him into the air right onto Sir Circuit, who has the nerve to say, "Get him off!" Like, bro, if you don't shut your stupid ass. I start swinging away to look for the leader that seemingly abandoned the mission, realizing he never stood a chance. And my web gets cut by Shock. As soon as I leave, the octopus pulls back up out of nowhere and starts giving orders immediately, telling Sandman to get Rhino off of Electro like he doesn't have 4 mechanical arms to do it himself. Sandman follows the order like the sheep he is and attempts to help, but Electro is excessively Electro, so if he touches him, he'll become his 3rd ally victim. Meanwhile, Vulture notices me trying to escape again and snitches immediately. Anomaly! He pins me to the ground and I'm like, it's about damn time someone applied some pressure. But in a hurry to relieve that pressure, Shocky shouts,
Vulture, move! I don't want to take out another of our own!
And Vulture looks back like,
Yeah, trust me, nobody wants that. Look how I got him right now. You have done enough.
but moves anyways, giving him an undeserving chance to redeem himself again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think he cares about the team anymore. My boy definitely just wants to hit a clip for the highlight, but instead, he completely wastes the opportunity and fumbles the bag at the goal line. Pretending Shocker doesn't exist, I go right after Vulture, because where I'm from,
we aren't rocking with no snitching.
I web up and land on his back, assembling him and catching him in my web that I made way earlier in the fight, off screen, because I planned this all out to perfection. Shocky continues playing his role as a useless waste of space to perfection as Sandman rushes me from behind. He puts a hole in Sandman's stomach, and I'm like,
I thought you changed, bro. I thought you didn't want to take out another of your teammates, bro.
wait, where the fuck are his orders? I then disrespectfully used the hole in Sandy's tummy to web and reel Shocky, and it's only right that I let Shocker finish him off. After all, he did the most damage, and I'm not one to steal kills. Before he can even process what just happened, swift kick right in the face. I take him to the ground, and somehow Sandman's still alive. So I rip his trash weapon off and decide, you know what, I got you, bro. I'll finish him with your doo-doo weapon for you. It's the least I can do for all the assistance you've been providing, so no need to thank me. But being the selfless man he is, he thanks me anyways by landing his very first hit on me. But don't get too excited, you're still dirt. You're dirt. Octopus picks me up like a not-rigged arcade crane machine and basically says, I can tell you're standing on business because you haven't cracked any of those lame-ass jokes you be making every fight. And there's no need for me to fire back here because, I mean, technically he isn't wrong. And then bro basically admits to using the other dimwits to tire me out so he can finish me off. I'm like, damn. You're a dick.
I do believe we promised Rhino an impalement.
Okay, see, nah, you real for that? But I am quite certain he's dead.
Get him.
Bro, I completely forgot about Candlestick. How long you been under there? And how are you still alive? Because that guy weighs a ton. Literally. His electricity spreads through to Ock, causing problems even when he is completely out of the picture. Like, I literally forgot about him until the camera showed him. And then I'm like, oh shoot, if I'm connected to Ock, I'm gonna get shot. Doc, back up or we're getting electrocuted again. Thankfully, Simbi clutched and protected me from taking too much damage. Ock can't help but notice my suit is literally moving around my body and pays his respect by saying,
that is some immensely fire drip, Arachnips.
And I'm like, oh, thanks, you really think so? And then he's all like,
oh yeah, crazy. But nah, I'ma definitely need to peel that off and study it in the lab for sure.
Oh, hell no! With momentum. Oh. Just like that. His master plan was violently eviscerated by a sleeping symbiote Spidey. And if it weren't for the cops being there to stop us, we would have offed them. But you guys all know that isn't how we operate over here, okay? We have never killed before, and we intend to keep it that way.
Please! Someone! I'm going to die!
The fall off of Doc Ock needs to be studied. This man had that Infinity Wars Thanos type of aura.
What you been doing? He's just standing there, menacingly!
He sold so bad, he is now standing at around approximately negative 3,000 aura. Nonetheless, GG's, right? You tried, I gotta give you some type of credit for that. Although it does baffle me how 6 grown men got completely solo leveled by a teenager. Like, you guys should just want to go back to jail for being so trash. Anyways, this is the end, my friends. Thanks for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, congrats. You have a better attention span than like 89% of the population right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys are rocking with this new video style and what you want me to cover next, and I will possibly maybe consider it.
All right, Mr. Jameson.
Six. Robbie, does your face one? Masked menace terrorizes town. You're the original.
Walked a million miles so I can do my own thing. Trying different styles so I can be my own king. Tell me how to live, think I'ma do my own thing. I just broke the cannon like I'm Miles an hour.